dudes saying they got their passport and they about to go overseas to find their wife, and you see they have the initials SYSBM in their bio, which is short for Save Yourself Black Man. Those dudes are tricks. These dudes have a firm understanding that they're so socially awkward and so socially inept that they need to pay to have access to coochie. Thing is, they're so broke that they can't afford the cost of women, sex workers here in the United States. So these dudes with warehouse jobs, these the type of Negroes that work on the line up there in Detroit in the car plants, they take their little 35, 40K overseas because it stretches longer.
Talking about how they are sick of women in America and how they're going to get their passports and go overseas and find them a wife. Well, the truth of the matter is, you don't want a wife. You want a slave. You want a maid. You want a personal assistant. These women are in dire financial need. And it sickens me that you get online and vocalize and brag about getting your passports and going to these countries with these to get a wife who needs a green card to escape extreme poverty. Whether you pay her family, whether you pay her, no matter what the circumstance is, she is in a dire situation. How dare you capitalize off of the fact that this woman just wants to live and thrive financially. And then you call it a marriage. That's not marriage. It's modern day slavery, and I think that it's sick. I think that it's disgusting, and all you're really doing is sifting yourself from the real divine masculines and alpha males. Because when they walk in the room, we know it. You know why? Because we feel safe. And we're not safe with you. And we know it, and that's why we're disrespectful to you. That's why we don't like you, and that's why we don't give a damn that you're going to another country to find a wife. And while you're there, get the help you need to heal your inner child, because we know that you're unhealed, that you are narcissistic, and that you are a toxic person. So while you're spending your money on your new bride, be sure to get the help that you need to. We ain't mad. We don't want you. We see you. You're not a divine masculine. We ain't mad.
And I would be fine.
What was the key? What did your mother know? What truth was coming through your mother that's going to come through you to your daughter?
My mother gave us aphorisms to learn as children. And there are two that stand out foremost in my mind. One is the inner reality creates the outer form. I learned this when I was in grade school. I was very young. And the other is the universe bears no ill to me. I bear no ill to it.
Yo! Every time I look at the video with the woman in the blue shirt, I be laughing my ass off. That lady's funny. The divine masculine. Yeah. That lady is hilarious. I laugh at that shit every time. That's why I keep showing it. This shit is hilarious. Some of the stuff some of the stuff she say in the video, that's to be honest, it does happen. I've known guys in my lifetime that do have the mentality that she's talking about in the video. That does happen now. We have to face it. But that person is far and few in between. It's not like everybody's traveling overseas and they're preying on women. Some guys are doing that, but that's not the majority, you know. And there are some guys that are weak-minded. There are some guys that women do disrespect. It does happen, but not at the rate that they make it seem. They make it seem like the majority of guys are tricks. Now that's bullshit. You know, that's all, you know. That's all I'm saying. You know, but how she speaks, that shit is hilarious to me, man. It's not what she says that's funny, it's how she says it that's funny to me. That shit is hilarious, yo. For real. But at the same time, you know, it's just hilarious, man. But wait a minute. I gotta do something real quick. Every time I wait a minute, man. It's maybe you know, I got a new computer. Maybe uh-oh. Yeah, I think I need to get the I think I need to get the updates. But I'm not doing it now while I'm live. That shit's gonna have to wait until I'm done. What up, Mike? He said, I'm pretty sure I know her. Yeah, okay. Oh man, the 79-year-old man arrived. A 79-year-old man married a 35-year-old in his last 17 days after he met her. Yeah, that type of shit been going on, man. Now here's my opinion about that. That's in my opinion, that's too much of an age gap, in my opinion. You know, you 79 and she 35, that's too much of an age gap. But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's some people out here that would totally disagree with that. And that's okay. That's just my opinion. You know, because I would never do that. I would never, if I'm 79, I would never marry a 35-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? For me, I try to stay 15 years or less as far as the age gap go. You know, so let's say I'm 45. This is just an example. Let's say I'm 45. I would go no lower than 28, 27, 28. That's the lowest I would go. You know what I'm saying? If I'm 45. You know? Because I found if there's a 20-year gap, I found, this is based on my experience now, I found that if there's a 20-year gap, it's going to be too much, you know, y'all in a different place. You're 45 and she's 25. I found that it's just too big of a maturity has a lot to do with it. She's trying to find herself, who she is as a woman. She probably don't know yet. Now the good news is she don't have no baggage. at 25, unless she came from a broken home or something like that, or something happened to her, molestation or rape or something like that, or abused physically or something like that. But I found that once you go over that 20-year mark, 20-year gap, you're gonna have some maturity issues there. It's not an issue. I wouldn't call it a maturity issue. It's just you're in a 45-year-old guy is in a different place versus a 25-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? A 25-year-old woman probably don't know what she wants yet. You know what I'm saying? She's still trying to figure it out. Now, that doesn't mean you can't help her out in the process or give her direction in the process. But a lot of 25-year-olds, a lot of them still want to hang out with their friends and go to the club and, and then they're going to want you to hang out with her. She's going to want you to go hang out with her in the club. And, I ain't really in the clubs like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So she's going to want you to do shit that a 25-year-old would probably do. Then you, of course, would want her to be on your side doing the 45-year-old shit, which would be a learning experience for her, right? And that's cool in the game. But you don't want to go backwards to doing 25-year-old shit. See, that's where the problem is going to come in at. Because a lot of times they're so young, they don't really understand where you at as a 45-year-old. So that's where the 20-year gap, that's where that little problem comes in at. This is based on my experience now. I'm not making this shit up. This is really how it is, and there's other guys that probably have had the same experience, Now, some guys will say, well, what if you're 50 and she's 30 or 30, early 30s? Well, that would probably be a little different because she would be more mature. A 32-year-old woman would be in a different place versus a 25-year-old woman. Now, I'm not saying this is always the case, but in most cases, that's what it is, Now, once women start hitting them 30s, that's when they start picking up baggage. So baggage could be, could be kids, could be mental baggage, could be, she might have psychological problems. She probably met a couple of dusty dudes along the way, it could be anything. But they start picking up baggage when they start hitting the 30s. If nobody's took them off the market yet. That's usually what happens, Now, if she gets lucky, maybe she met a pretty decent guy when she was in her late 20s, and they just didn't make it. They had differences of opinions when it can't come to what a relationship would probably look like, or maybe they had different values. Maybe they think kids should be raised this way, or maybe she didn't want no kids, or maybe he didn't want no kids, and they just decided to go their separate ways. That happens. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you just got lucky and you met her at the right time at the right place. And she just happened to be 31 years old. And she might not have very little baggage. That happens. And you just happen to be 50 years old. And if that happens, if you have a situation like that, that's a perfect age. That's that's good. I know a guy, my cousin, he's like 50 years old. He got a 32-year-old chick. They just had a kid like what? 2 years ago. She was in a long-term relationship with this guy she met when she was in college. And the shit just didn't work out. For the relationship just didn't work out for whatever reason. And they decided to go their separate ways. And I think when he met her, they were together. She was in a relationship, but because he's a FedEx man. And I think he used to deliver to her job, right? And around that time, she was living with a guy. He knew this. I don't know how he knew it, but he knew it. But come to find out, she wasn't with the guy no more. And he found out, and he got at her, got the phone number, and the rest was history. You know what I'm saying? So it happens, It happens, man, But, sometimes, man, if you at the right place at the right time, you got to shoot your shot, And sometimes, man, if you pose in the right clothes, you get chose. Yep, that's how it is, man. But people ask me, man, if I have problems with women. I'm like, no, man, I don't have problems with women, man. I haven't had a problem with women in I don't know, over 20 years, really. And I never really had any major problems, really. I've had miscommunication or and that's that happens with that could happen. Miscommunication could happen with anybody. I've had disagreements, difference of opinions with women. Maybe our values were not in line. But I never really had no major problems, man. I never had no woman steal $10,000 from me, steal my money, or steal my wallet, or steal my credit card. I never was around scandalous women like that. I don't know. Maybe they was afraid to try me like that, or, Now there's some women I was around. I can't trust this bitch. I know this bitch will rob me if I if I leave my my money. If I put my money on the dresser, I know this bitch will rob me if I go take a shower. You know what I'm saying? Is that I'm not a fool. I'm not going to invite a girl over to my hotel room, and when we done smashing, I'm gonna get up and take a shower while she's there, and leave my wallet and everything on the dresser. And when I get out the shower, this bitch gone. I'm not. There's some guys that's like this. They do it with random chicks. I'm not talking about somebody they known for a while. They met the bitch like today or yesterday, and they trust her to leave wallet and money laying around, all kind of shit. And there's some guys that's like this, and they wonder, and they surprised that they got robbed. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta have some common fucking sense. You know, it don't matter what country you in, or town or city. You need some common sense. You know, if I don't know you, I met you yesterday or last week or last month, what would make me think that I should even trust you like that? I got money laying all over the place with my wallet and all over the place. I mean, what, you know, I don't understand a lot of these dudes. And then let me tell you what I heard. I was talking to somebody today. Let me tell you what somebody told me today. And I don't understand this either. This guy calls me up. Actually, he called me yesterday and was like, hey, I'm coming up there, man, in Charlotte, whatever. Well, he said, I'm going to Rock Hill, right, to pick this girl up, a random chick from New York City. I'm coming up there. I'm going to Rock Hill to pick this girl up. And I'm going to pick this girl up in Rock Hill. And when I leave Rock Hill, I'm going to circle around and come down to Charlotte to holler at you, right? And I'm like, well, why are you picking her up? You barely know her. I mean, you don't really know her at all, really. He said, well, you know, I thought I could use this time to get to know her by picking her up. I'm like, what? What kind of shit is that, bro? And then he called me back today and was like, the bitch changed her mind. She going to Mullins instead, so he ain't got to come up here again. I'm like, no, the bitch called somebody else up to come pick her up, to take her home, take her to Mullins, wherever that is. She didn't want you to come pick her up because she don't really fuck with you like that. That's what it is. And not only that, she's from New York City. Oh, you dealing with them fast talking New York City women? And now he one of them old hoes too. You know, he's an older guy. He's like 60. So more than likely, this woman is in her 50s. Or could be in her 60s. I think she's in her 50s. So he's dealing with one of them old hoes. You know, I'm like, bro, that woman ain't fucking with you like. And first of all, why would you want to pick? Now, think about this for a second. He has to drive 4 hours away where he's from to get to Rock Hill to some woman that he don't even know. He just met her a couple days ago. Think about that. Think about that. You picking up a damn stranger, basically. I'm trying to figure out, why would I leave my house to drive 4 hours away to pick up some random chick I just met a couple days ago? And he's surprised that she called and said, hey, you don't got to come again. I mean, shit just don't make no sense, man. You know? And I could tell the sound in his voice that he was kind of disappointed. I'm like, man, that bitch did you a favor, bro. Shit. I wanted to tell him that, but I didn't. You know? And I was like, yo, bro, today's Tuesday. You must not have nothing to do. I mean, I know you're an older guy and everything, but shit. But you damn near, you know, it's about time for him to retire, but shit. I mean, you must be bored. I mean, come on, man. All this random action. You meeting women like yesterday. I don't be doing that shit, man. You know, I don't be doing that shit. Even when I was younger, I wasn't letting women dictate to me how they wanted things to go. You know, if I give you an example. If I'm taking a girl out, if I tell a woman to meet me somewhere, it's going to be on my terms. My life, my game, my show. Yeah, I mean, I don't really. A woman can want whatever she wants, but if there's certain things are just non-negotiable, and if I don't like her attitude, if I don't like what she's about, we'll just go our separate ways, or I just won't entertain getting to know her at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to lead the relationship. I'm going to lead the date. I'm going to take her where I want to go. That's how it is. Take it or leave it. And if you know what, the good news is, if she don't like the place that I want to take her, she don't have to go. That's the good news. I mean, I'm not forcing any woman to do anything. Not at all. You know, it's still a free country with consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like when a woman tries to take the lead or he tries to be masculine. You know, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. You know, you're not going to tell me what to do. It's not going to happen like that. I'm sorry. But, you know, she can always say no. She doesn't have to call me or be around me. I don't force any woman to do anything. You know, well, some women will say, well, you charm me. You seduce me. Well, no woman gets seduced that didn't want to be seduced. So I don't want to hear that crap. If you get seduced, don't tell me, oh, you did it to me. It's your fault. You took advantage of me. No, I didn't take advantage of you. You didn't say stop. Oh, no. I don't want to hear that crap. You know, a lot of women will do that. Because, you know, from a distance, a lot of women will talk shit from a distance. Even on the telephone, they'll talk shit. But once they come in the presence of a real G, face to face, mano a mano, oh, that's a totally different thing then. Oh, no, that's a different situation now. When she's in the presence of a man, an alpha man, alpha male, whatever you want to call it, when she's in the presence of masculine energy, all that big talk go out the fucking window. This is what I know. This has been my experience over the years. This is why I don't pay attention to a lot of shit that a lot of women say online in videos. Because them same women that's talking that shit, when they're in the presence of a real G, all that talk go out the fucking window. This is why I always say you got to get the women off the... If you're going to do online dating, you got to get the women offline, on the telephone, in person. That's the game. The game is not to sit on the online all day long on the apps and sending emails and listening to their videos or going on Twitter, leaving comments. That's not the game. If you go on Twitter and go on Instagram, you leave messages all the time trying to get some woman's attention, well, she's going to treat you like a trick. She's going to treat you like a fan. You like a fanboy to her. She's going to tell you to go to her OnlyFans page. If that's the case, they're going to treat you like, oh, hey, it becomes transactional then. Even if she know you, she'll treat you like a fanboy. You know, because I've met some of these women in person. And they even after I met them in person, I might have left a comment. This bitch started treating me like a fan. I'm like, oh, hell no. No, I'm nobody's fan, bitch. No. Because you got a lot of game, goofy women out here. You know, like they can't separate, you know, with some, you know, they just don't know what the hell they're doing. And most of the time, they don't know what's real and what's fake. So this is why you're better off getting a woman on the telephone and being in her presence as quick as possible. That's really the game. The game ain't never changed. It's the same. And I remember when I was growing up, there wasn't no internet. You had to learn how to spit. You had to dress good, talk good, smell good, look good. You had to learn how to do that shit. You had to go certain places where the women was. At least what the best one, you know, the best place you could go. You know, and a lot of times you had to drive. You might have to drive the next town over. That's how it was when I was growing up. And I'm from a small town in South Carolina. And the pickings was slim because it's a small town. So you had to be good. You had to have skills, you know. And the only guys, this is when my dad was growing up. The only guys that had more than one woman were the guys that had money. So check this out. Not only did you have to have game, talk good, look good, smell good, and all that good stuff just to get one woman. If you wanted more than one woman, you had to have money on top of that. That's how it was back in the day. And you couldn't hide and be like some damn coward on the internet hiding behind your computer, behind your avatar and all that shit. That shit didn't get no play. I mean, you actually had to come outside physically. You know, I remember when beepers came out. There were beepers, then there were cell phones. If you had a beeper, you would give the girl your beeper number, and she would call you from any phone, and then you would find the nearest phone, pay phone, and call the person back that showed up on your beeper. This is the time I came from. You know what I'm saying? You had to be good, bro. You know what I'm saying? And to tell you what the best part about it. Your buddy, if your buddy was thorough, if you had a good buddy, he could hook you up with a girl. If your buddy was thorough, if your buddy had respect in the neighborhood or wherever he lived, your buddy could hook you up with a girl. Straight like that. And you didn't really have to say too much. You didn't, just don't blow it. I remember, like, I used to hang out with this guy named Melvin. Me and Melvin, we went to high school together. Melvin was a good buddy. I still consider Melvin to be friends to this day, but we don't hang out no more because he's back home and I'm in North Carolina. So Melvin, you know, he got married and got a couple of kids and great. And I love his mom. I love his sister. As a matter of fact, I used to like Melvin's sister. And hopefully if he listens to this, he'll know that I'm not bullshit. Melvin wanted me to be with his sister, but it just never worked out because she liked this other guy. And it just never worked out. Melvin wanted me to be with his sister very badly, like really bad, but it just didn't work out. So Melvin used to he used to try to hook me up with girls all the time. Like for real. It happened. The other girls were cool, but he really wanted me to be with his sister. I'm talking like long-term relationship with his sister. But I remember one time he hooked me up with this girl. You know, she was kind of a, you know, she belonged to the streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, there was a couple other ones that were pretty decent, but this one, you know, she's more fun. No. Yeah, you know, she was more fun. I ain't had to do a lot of talking with this one. And he introduced me to her over the telephone. Over the telephone. He introduced me to her over the telephone, man. Mr. Telephone Man. Like, it was like one of them type deals, right? And all I had to do is just go over to her house. We went over to her house. And I met her for the first time. It was like a blind date, damn near. and she looked good. And I said, oh, shit. She ain't never seen me, and I ain't never seen her. Well, maybe she'd seen me before, but I damn sure ain't never seen her. And Melvin was like, all right, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. I get up with y'all later. I said, yo, bro, where you going? You leaving me over to this woman's house? I don't know her. He's like, oh, you good, man. She ain't gonna do nothing to you. She ain't gonna hurt you anyway. So Melvin left me at a strange woman's house that I just met after 10 minutes of us being over there. And, you know, I just stayed over there, got to know her. We, you know, she cooked food and we got some beer. We went to the store, got some beer and all that shit. End up staying with her the whole night. And you know what went down. You know how I do. Yeah. So that type of stuff, that scenario used to happen all the time when I was growing up. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it just depends on who you hanging around, who you rolling with. You know, you might be saying, I ain't never had a buddy hook me up with no chick. Well, you around the wrong guys. You know what I'm saying? You only as good as the people in your circle. That's just in general, period. You know, because your relationship is going to dictate your life for the rest of your life. That's just how it is. A lot of us, we're on the wrong team. We're around people that don't got our best interest. Heck, don't even care about us in most cases. You know? And some of us need to, we just need to get away from certain people. You know, a lot of us around people that, they ain't shit. And that has a lot to do with you as a man. You're around a woman that ain't shit. So that reflects on you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys don't want to hear that. You know, because a lot of guys want to point the finger, don't want to take responsibility. But you have to remember, you get who you are, not what you want. So if you want things to get better, you have to get better first. You have to learn how to love yourself better, take care of yourself better. And trust me when I say this, nobody loves me as much as me. I met a lot of women that say, oh, I love you, but you don't love me as much as me. I know that for a fact. Nobody loves me as much as me. I heard T.O. said something like, Terrell Owens say something like, I love me some me. And that's a great thing. You know, people think that's arrogance. That's not arrogance. You're supposed to love yourself. How the hell that's arrogance? You know? And it really starts with you. The best relationship you can have is with yourself. If you have issues, if you have too many issues with yourself, you're going to have problems with other people that you have relationships with, or just even be around. You know, you're going to have, it's going to spill in your personal relationships. So whatever issues you have with yourself, you're going to have to deal with that shit. Otherwise, you're going to keep having problems. You're going to have to keep starting over all the time. You might be with a woman for a year or two, you break up. You be with another one for 2 to 3 years, you break up. Then you might get married for 6, 7 years, you divorce. Then you get married a second time, you divorce again. And then you finally figure out that, damn, all of this shit, my issue goes back to my childhood when I was abused, you know? But you finally dealt with it. But by this time, you're what? 55, some shit like that. So you had to go through 2 divorces and ran through mad women. It shouldn't be that way. I know it's better late than never, but goddamn, you know. Better late than never, you know, but damn, you shouldn't have to go all those trials and tribulations, you know, and it's not easy. Facing your pain and your suffering, something that happened to you as a kid. That shit is not easy. You gotta put in the work though. If you wanna just prosper in life. It ain't just about women. I mean, just having relationships, just period. If you want to prosper, if you want to chase opportunities and have money, you're going to have relationships with people at some point. You can't do it all by yourself. Stop trying to be I'm a self-made millionaire. That's bullshit. That's in a fantasy world. That shit don't work out like that. Tupac said that shit. That shit don't work like that. In a fantasy world, okay, yeah. But in the real world, ain't no damn self-made millionaire. Nobody's doing anything by themselves out here. I'm telling you, I've never met them. Everyone has a team or they're building one. It's either or. Either they have a team or they're building one. Or they're looking for people. They're recruiting people. That's how it really is out here. Ain't no one-man show out here. And the good news is, in order to grow, prosper, live better, get better, you can't do it alone. You got to get around other people that's been there and done that. That's the only way. And you can't get everything out of a book. Some people say, oh, I'll just read your book. I'm good. No, it's going to take more than that. I'm sorry. It's going to take more than a book. Look, I've read over 1,000 books at this point in my life. I wish I could show my bookshelf right now. You've seen my bookshelves. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 bookshelves of books. I got over 1,000 books that I've read. Some of the books on my bookshelves, I haven't read all of them. And I'm still learning shit every week. You can't learn everything by yourself. You can't do everything by yourself. You can't. It just doesn't happen that way. Teamwork really does make the dream work. But the problem is, for most of us, I would say, is we're on the wrong team. We're around people that they ain't really fucking with us like that. They're not really rocking with us like. And we know who's really down with us. We know it deep down. We might be in denial. We know who's really down with us. They show us. They show that we're down. They show us how they feel about us. Every day, every week, every month. They'll do something and you be like, yeah, I don't like that. You can feel the vibe. They don't even got to say nothing majority of the time. You feel the vibe. You pick up on it in your spirit because their spirit ain't right. And a lot of our spirit ain't right. See, if your spirit ain't right, you gotta take care of that. And that has a lot to do with Probably how you grew up. Bad programming. Maybe your parents. Maybe you ain't had the best role models growing up. Maybe your mom was a hoe. Or maybe you got abused. Or maybe your dad was a Rolling Stone. Shit, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your dad went around like he should have been. But you're here. You can't keep blaming your parents forever. At some point, you're gonna have to cut the chain, cut the shackles, and move full speed ahead. And you have to learn as you go and meet other people as you go. And the right people will show up depending on what you're trying to get into, what you're trying to learn, whatever visions you have. And if you don't have no vision, well, you gotta create one. You gotta come up with one. Some people say you gotta discover one. Whatever, you know. You know, whatever, man. But, and then once you learn the game, you play the game, and you become the game. And then you start to see things the way it is, and then you'll be able to maneuver in this crazy world that we live in. And you won't get eaten alive. You won't have all the baggage and you won't throw in the white towel, surrender like a lot of these guys do out here. Like a lot of people are broken. A lot of people are broken that you know and I know. Most of them are broken. By the time they hit 55, 60, man, they're done, man. Sometime early than that. 45, 50, they broken. 55, there's no more fighting most people. When they hit 45, 50, there's no more fighting most people. They're broken. Whatever it is, it is with them. And whatever that means to them. They're not trying to do nothing new, most people. They're broken by the time they hit 45, 50, 55. They ain't trying to fight nothing. I'm like, what? Shit. Whatever they're doing, that's what it is. The hell with something new. If you approach them and say, hey, you got any money sitting around? You want to invest in what I got going on? No. They're broken, man. They ain't trying. Even if you tell them, hey, you're not going to lose your money. If you lose your money, I'll give you your money back. So you have nothing to lose. Even if you lose the money, even if I lose all the money you invest, I'll replace the money, my own personal money, with your money. I told this guy that one time. He still said no. You know what I'm saying? Some people are broken, man. You can't. It's no hope for some people. You know? It's like, shit. It's like, come on, man.
Again, you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. This is what he does.
Yeah, so you can't help everybody. You know? It's like, shit. It's like, you know, some people just done. You know, and they don't even care about the money no more. They don't even care about the money. A lot of them is just about having a good time the majority of the time, or or a lot of them revert back. They have like a middle age crisis sometimes. They revert back to them being a 25-year-old. I see that a lot too. So you might have a 60-year-old man. He'll revert back to being a 25-year-old doing the shit he did in the 20s. I'm like, bro, you're supposed to go forward, not backwards. He'll be chasing them old broads, them old hoes that's like about his age, chasing old hoes. I'm like, bro, you ain't supposed to be chasing no old hoes at 60 years old. They supposed to be chasing you. Oh, hey, bro. And first, you shouldn't be dating them old hoes, in my opinion. You know, but yeah, you see a lot of guys. I see quite a few guys that's like this, especially the ones that got divorced, like within the past 2 to 5 years. You know, they be running behind women, boy, like it's a struggle. Damn, nigga. I mean, god damn, boy. They be aggressive, boy. I'm like, damn. It's like, I think guys like that need to be married. Guys that have no game need to just stay married, man. I mean, you have bad social skills, just stay married. You know, just let the woman, I wouldn't say let the woman lead you around, but boy, that usually ends up in a disaster. You know? But, you know, man, it's hard out in these streets, man, with some of these guys, bro. You know. Yeah, man, that ain't nobody want that old cooch. Look, I know older women. So I have compassion for older women. So I know them. I know some of them are sick. Some of them pop pills. Some of them let themselves go. Some of them look halfway decent. And then quite a few of them still look good. But the bitch still 60. No. Hey, she's still 60 now. God damn it. You know? Yeah, but you know, there's nothing I can do. Nothing you can do with an older woman either. All we can do is smash. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, if she's a good businesswoman, okay, I get it. You know, I have a good 60. Oh, she like 60, 64-year-old. I got a fine 64-year-old old woman. And she's a good businesswoman too, boy. She got that bag, you know? I understand, you know, but we ain't ever gonna be in no relationship now. That's just reality. That's never gonna happen. She know it and I know it. And it's hard to dislike her, man. Oh, man, you can't dislike her. God. I mean, you ever met a woman like that, man, where it's like, you can't dislike her. It don't matter what she do. I'm not saying she don't do nothing fucked up, but you know what I'm talking about. Even if she make a mistake, you'd be like, oh, beloved, oh, come on. Why'd you do that? You know? And then she'll make up for it later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's that type. She's, you know, soul of the earth, good spirit, you know, god damn. You know, she got a divorce. I don't know why she got a divorce, to be honest. I never asked. She didn't want to talk about it. But she's down in Atlanta. You know, it's you know, Atlanta is a tough place to live. You're down in Atlanta, boy. cutthroat city. But, you know, she has her ways. She ain't perfect by no means necessary. But she's probably the only person in Atlanta that I keep in contact with at the moment. Yeah, she's probably the only person that I will keep in contact with, and that's in Atlanta. The rest of them fools, they can kiss my ass. Yeah. So hey, if you want to talk about anything, click the link. Come on. You know. Yeah, click the link. Come on, man. You know. Yeah, I mean, you know, and until I started to see things for how it really is out here, man. Nothing really changed. See, you have to outsmart these fools out here. You know, I think a lot of us are naive. You know, we think like this is how I used to think. If you cool with me, I'm cool with you. You know, it's like that naive way of thinking. I used to think like that. I used to think, hey, if you didn't do nothing wrong to me, hey, we should be cool. And a lot of times it don't work that way. Other people don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? What up, Mike?
Hey, what's up, man? Oh, what was it? You said she was. What was wrong with her? You were saying
Oh, my friend from Atlanta.
Yeah, the 50-year-old.
No, she's 64.
Oh shit, no. Oh man.
No, I'm not wrong with her. I said she just has her ways.
Oh.
Not necessarily bad ways,
Mm-hmm.
but she ain't perfect. There's a
Right.
lot of good things about her that I like, and there's like one or two things that I'd be like, oh god. But it's hard to dislike her, bro, because she has such a good spirit about her.
She be fussing like crazy, huh?
No, not at all. No. She just she has her little habits, things she like doing. I'll be like, oh god, no, not you. No.
Like what? Like what?
She okay, I'll give you an example. She goes to swinger parties every once in a while.
Gotcha.
That's the big one right there.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. Yeah.
That's yeah.
Kind of extreme.
Yeah.
But if you now she told me this like months later now. She didn't tell me this like in the beginning, which, you know, that's kind of a lot to take for, you know, for somebody that's you just man or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know, and then I thought about but at the same time, you know, she's a good businesswoman. She'll support me. If she's down with you, she's down with you. And that's the good side about her. You know, it's like if I pick up the phone right now, bro, let's say I'm in dire need of, I don't know, some cash or some type of support. She will go out of her way to do whatever, brother.
Right.
You know, those are the good things. See, the good outweighs the parties.
Okay, so what's the other bad thing?
Oh yeah. She used to be in the past. She's not with him no more. She used to be with a racist white man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a black lady or a white lady?
Black.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, I got I got a picture of her. It's in my Patreon though. I got a
Mhm.
picture of her in my Patreon. Yeah,
I believe
I'm
you.
not going to put that up here, live. No.
Yep. No.
Yeah.
Yep. I keep forgetting to donate to that thing. Mm.
Yeah. So but but I didn't know this about her until like, geez, 2 years later. Man, no, about over a year, right? And
So wait a minute. Were you dating her?
no, we weren't dating, but we spent a lot of time together.
Uh huh.
We used to look at football together on Sundays
Mhm.
sometimes.
Yep. Trying to hit the goalpost.
Oh, that was
Oh, but
already established.
yeah.
Yeah. So I got to know her pretty well, and we still keep in contact to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
As a
good.
matter of
It's all
fact,
good.
she got a nephew that lives here.
Hmm.
So I think they come up here every blue moon. You
Hmm.
know. So
That's a phone call away then.
yeah, and it's only Atlanta's only only 3.5 hours away.
Hmm. Or a 15, 20-minute flight.
Yeah, you know.
Mm.
So that's what I mean when I said she ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I look at it like this, I don't know a lot of women that would support anybody like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
So I'd be like, shit. Because when she told me that, I kind of had to sit back. I'm like, God damn. How'd you end up in a situation like that? With a white guy like that? Then she's basically she
How
got
did that end?
well, she's in the lifestyle.
Hmm. Yeah.
They
So
it
she was
usually
confused.
no, it usually ends it kind of
Yeah.
fades out.
Hmm.
It's not like a breakup.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I think at the time she got a divorce from her
Hmm.
husband,
Hmm.
and she went through some financial situation or whatever.
Hmm.
Because when she got a divorce, all her kids were basically adults, so there
Right.
weren't no child support. Um, I don't know even though she got alimony. I'm not sure. But she said she went through some financial times. She was having some hard times trying to take care of herself down in Atlanta. And I could see that. I seen that a lot with people down
Right.
there. You know what I'm saying? That could easily happen down there. So she got invited to a adult party, like most people do,
Hmm.
if they happen to attend one. And
Hmm.
that's how she met the white guy.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah. And then she
Oh
already
boy.
had a uh she she got awarded. How that shit go? Oh, I know. She got the judge gave her the house that they got when her and her husband got married in.
Yeah.
The judge gave her the house, and her husband ended up moving out, and he got married to another woman.
No.
And so she still got that house to this day.
Mm.
So she said she got behind on everything, basically the
Mm.
mortgage, all the utilities, and all that shit. So she said once she met the white guy, and he's an older guy too, by the way.
Hmm.
He's like what 80 something years old.
Damn.
Yeah, like late 70s. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So she said he was willing to help her out. The only catch was she had to move in with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah.
Yep. That was
That's a
only
hell of a
cat.
catch.
Yeah, because what happened is when I met her, her house that she didn't live in was 10 minutes away from the bar that I met her at the time.
Right.
Yep.
Because I was about to say, did she have business connections? But then you said that, and I was like, nah, she's made
Well,
it another way.
she was one of those people that could sew anything.
Hmm.
Like if you come to her with a design,
Hmm.
like I don't care what it is, jeans, shirts, blouse,
Hmm.
whatever,
All right.
she can sew that shit, bro. And like I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever.
Hmm.
She like made blankets. Man, and she got a website. I forgot the name of that shit. She actually got a website that would she do wedding dresses. She sell them shit
Hmm.
for like $5,000, $10,000, $20,000.
Okay, I'm gonna need her help with a couple things. I need her help because my brother has some stuff, and yeah, some business stuff. He just finished like a game and a couple other things, like structured things that he needs help with. He definitely needs help with.
What?
And I guess that's about it that I can talk about here. But he's got
Oh,
something going on,
oh, no doubt. I'll plug you in.
right? Because he
Yeah.
needs help selling that out, selling that. He's already got a business. What's his name together? He's got his stuff set and everything. He just needs help getting it out there. So yeah, yeah, definitely. If she can do that, but how much does she want for that?
No, wait a minute. No, she doesn't promote anything now.
Okay, okay.
No, she'll create what you want.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like she'll make you a jean. If you got the design for a
Hmm.
jean,
Hmm.
she'll make you a jean, make you a shirt, uh,
Hmm.
make you a wedding dress,
Oh wow.
but she don't promote anything. No.
Uh, I need somebody that does motions and stuff like that, or what do you call it? He just needs help getting it out there, really pushing it out there. That's all. I think they're
Oh.
building an app already right now. Oh, yeah, but that's it. That's it. I thought you were about to tell me she did some other shit.
Oh, nah.
Hmm.
Nothing. This is not even major, really. I mean, just some shit that happened in the past or whatever. That kind
Oh,
of just strike me like, oh, okay, whatever.
but she
But
can get them clothes out there or make something like that.
huh?
She can get them clothes out there or make something like that, or she can get somebody to do it.
Nah, she does it by hand, bro.
Oh, she does it.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah. I actually seen her. She got she got a sewing machine. Like, you know, she's old school. She learned this shit from her mom.
Hmm.
Yeah, she got a sewing machine. She learned how to do. I seen her do that. I seen her working on a wedding dress one day.
So do people buy stuff from her and sell it like a collection at like what do you call it? Like for distribution to like a Walmart or something like that?
Nah, she ain't that big. No.
No, I mean, can somebody get something like that from her so that they can do something like that?
Nah, I don't think she's set up like that.
Okay.
Yeah. From what I've seen, if you go to her website,
Hmm.
she just got um certain type of dresses there, wedding dresses there,
Hmm.
clothes there, and the price is there. And then there's a custom area too, where you can pick whatever you want,
Hmm.
and then she'll put it together. That's all she got.
Yeah.
You order her from her directly, but she don't got no distribution and nothing like that now.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No, no, no. It's all good. I'm just trying to figure out how to make some money after I get this stuff straight. I don't want to just sit on it. I want to make more out of it. You know what's going on. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think being that her price point is high,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think she was I don't really think she cares about distribution.
Because I
If she
mean,
do
just something.
wedding, if she do wedding dresses 10, 20,000,
Right.
I don't really think
Because
she cares.
what I mean is like she shows how to construct it or gives a design, you know, and how to do it, and then I can take it to some place and then have it, you know, produced
Oh
or
no.
whatever.
No,
Yeah.
she doesn't show anything, no.
Right.
She don't
Right.
show how either you sit down with her
Mm-hmm.
and tell her what you want and she'll do the design,
Mm-hmm.
or you bring her a design. That's it.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that works. That still works.
Yeah.
And it'll come up looking quality. All right, I like that.
Yeah, I thought about doing something. I thought about doing something like that. But
Yeah.
fuck out.
I mean, there's always somebody designing something up here in Baltimore. There's a school of arts up here. So I'll find something and then she can do it better and then I'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, just let me know, man. You know.
Yeah, because there's quite a few places down here, and I'm sure they're looking for somebody. Once a better quality can be produced by someone, then you can show it to somebody like, well, you know, all these different companies to see what happens. Even the damn Walmart.
Yeah.
Just
I was
anything.
Yeah, when she told me she does this kind of work, I was shocked, bro. But I never met nobody that was like that.
Hmm.
I never met nobody that was like that, bro. Now I met people that could sew. My mom could sew, but not like that. There's
That,
different
no,
levels to this shit.
no. I've
You
seen
know what I'm
older people
saying?
that can do some stuff, but not like that.
That's what I'm saying. Different levels to this shit.
Right, right. Shoot. What else was it? Oh yeah, that lady at the beginning. She's crazy.
Oh man, that shit is funny, bro.
Yeah, it's hilarious. All this stuff has been hilarious. And you know what? I'm just gonna stay in the background and not say anything. But yeah, that info I just sent you, um, that they were talking about. I think you were talking about the feminist stuff going on over here. Like, that's not happening over there. It's happening. It's
Where?
definitely happening over in like the Philippines and stuff like that. It's just different.
Oh,
It's just
look, all them women, look, that mindset has always existed everywhere.
right, right.
It's not new. The
Yeah.
only
No.
guys just don't pay the motherfuckers no attention.
Mm-mm.
Like, fuck that bitch.
That's the way you gotta do it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't
But
nobody, ain't no man in the right mind gonna be around her.
mm-hmm. Shoot. I
You know,
mean,
nobody
but you
take,
say something to her, you could be in trouble. So can't take this.
man.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I don't even, that type of woman,
Mm-hmm.
I know women that's like that. Or they'll say things like, I'll settle down with the right man. No, it don't work like that.
Right.
No. Uh-uh. Either you are who you are. You don't turn nothing off.
Right.
No. Uh-uh. I don't fall for that bullshit. Now, I'll smash a woman that's like that,
Mm-hmm.
but I ain't gonna get close to her. Cause I know she's got that bad programming and she's gonna revert back to who she is most of the time. Because
Right.
it's a habit.
Right.
It's kind of like if you start hanging with thieves, you become the next one over time.
Right.
So just because you, if you've been one way for so long, you got that feminist mindset, and all of a sudden somebody you meet show you a different way,
Right.
That ain't gonna change overnight.
No,
Man,
not
that could
at all.
take years.
Yeah, yeah. I just at this point, I just don't want to talk down anybody. You know, I don't want to make people feel like they're bad. I don't want to make them feel like they're not loved or wanted. You know, if I have
I mean, I
any,
don't.
if I have any children, they're gonna be black women. They're gonna have aunts and uncles and relatives out here. So, and they're positive people. So nothing, no shade, no nothing. And if she were to
Exactly.
get married, or he were to get married, you know, sons or daughters to somebody over here, I don't want there to be any negativity. I just want everything to be positive. You know, do business with y'all, everything else. You know, make sure there's money going back and forth between countries and stuff like that. Because, you know, we got to make sure the money's flowing. You know,
Yeah.
we're about to have an economic downturn if we don't do anything. We can't rely on everybody else to bolster us up. We got to do it ourselves. There's many ways to do it. So, better to be positive with each other and keep rolling and do what we got to do, not be angry with each other. Just make it happen.
Yeah, and you know what? Another thing, a lot of guys don't know. A lot of guys that talk about going overseas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, you better have a plan, and you better have some money coming
Yep.
in.
Yep.
Because if not, they gonna kick your ass out.
No. Exactly. Exactly. In
I've
fact, they
known people
already
that I've
they
known
already
people
got
that
it.
got kicked out of countries.
Mm-hmm. They already got them game plans in place.
Hell
Shoot.
yeah.
They already made those laws up.
Yeah.
The thing is that they're making a lot of there's some people that's about to make a lot of call centers, about to invest in making call centers. They're about to do this technical thing over. So it's not just an online school thing, it's technical stuff too. But that's something they gotta work on. I want to invest in that, but kind of uncomfortable, you know.
Yeah,
Just just think of it
um,
this way. Just think of it this way. The same job I was doing over here was being done over there on the side in those countries before by their locals, but they were being run by Americans. But now, you know, making those same businesses over there more over there that can be done remotely. So it's handling other places around the world as well. That's what's about to happen. Or that's what they're going to make it happen. It's working out. It's just that I'm kind of iffy about investing anything in another country without, you know, being at least in the you know, you want to be over or at 50%, you know, because you don't want to get taken advantage of or have some form of real control over a company. That was it, you know.
no, you just
But I think they're changing the laws for that too.
well, it depends on the country.
Right,
That's where it starts from.
right.
Let's take a country like Brazil.
Brazil's open.
Brazil's stable enough
Right.
where I could see myself buying property over there.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
could see that.
Right.
You just need a good property manager.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know, I could see myself buying property. It's pretty stable, and it's just like over here, crazy as cat shit. You know, but people just happen to be more friendlier because the more south you go, people tend to be more friendly. That's how it is.
I
You
don't
know,
understand that. That logic is insane.
the more north you go, people tend to be more unfriendly, cutthroat.
I don't understand that. I mean, it
I
gets
don't know
cold
either.
and hot down there, right? Just like it does up here, right?
I don't understand it either. But that's pretty common.
Mm.
The more south you go, people tend to loosen up a little bit more, be more friendly. Now everybody don't gotta like each other. We know how that is. But
Right.
people so cordial, they friendly, they ain't gonna bother you. You ain't coming over my house now, God damn it! But I ain't gonna bother you. You stay over there. I stay over here. You know what I'm saying? Good old boy. All right now.
Mm.
You
But
know?
I just saw some stuff online, and the government said, and things that have to be done that will make money all around. So it's going to make money here and all around. So I'm like, damn, you just made sure I put money in my hands and put money in Americans' hands. If I just, get out there and do something, I could get government contracts and stuff like that, or side contracts. There's
Yeah.
some things going on with this country that behind the scenes, there's too much not happening or too much going wrong that's not being processed right, that they're going to have to get done, and it probably isn't going to get done fast enough in the United States. So it has to be done somewhere else where it can be jumped on, get people in there ready to work on it, really fast process to get it all back up to speed, or shit's not gonna be right for 10 to 12 years. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. So if I could just get part of that stuff done, get part of that production done in different places, it doesn't have to be the whole product. It just can be part of it and bring the rest to the United States and be pieced together. That's it. Get segments done, but you understand, I can make a business anywhere right now, especially with that information. It's just a matter of doing it, getting back and forth, or at least doing a small project. And if I do it right, then I'll get more money, more backing for what I'm trying to do. Just a small project or pull-up project. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I know it worked because certain places people have degrees. They just want something to do, that makes more money. And I put more money in their pockets. They're going to do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So there you go.
That's good.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's for me. That's my step in the right direction. And people see, different countries see what I'm doing. Different people see what I'm doing. They'll see what I want done. You'll clear the way for me, and I'll make it work. I just think I have a better shot at doing things outside this country, and I think that's a better deal, for everybody. I'll make that move for my home country, and I'll protect it in any way I can from outside, and build up money coming back and forth to our country. So that's the thing for me.
Yeah. That's that's the plan. That's my plan, is to go back and forth.
Right. And you know what? I'm willing to bring sand to the beach. Any of you women got some sense, I'll take you with me.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you don't. Just let it go.
Yeah, I don't. I you know what I used to say? I used to say, if shit went to hell for me, I would go to Thailand.
Yeah, their infrastructure.
But the only problem with that is so goddamn far.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
And it can be that distance can be. But here's the thing: are you flying? I know I'm gonna get railed for this. Are you flying? What do you call it? Which class are you flying on? That's the difference. That's the difference.
It don't matter. It's still far.
Business class, first class. That's a whole different ride. That is a whole different ride.
But I'm still on a plane.
Yeah. You could be on a train. You could be on a bus. You could be anywhere. But you're gonna be stopping off at places. Gonna be hitting bumps. It's the same way, just different way.
So I'm like, shit. Maybe Brazil is
That's the same distance, isn't it?
No, hell no.
No, it's 1,000, 1,500.
Nah,
it's 500 to.
It was like what, 7-8 hours?
Yeah, that's 1,500 miles. No, 1,500. 1,000.
I don't know how many miles
Florida.
But I know it's gonna take you. it's gonna take you about 24 hours to get to Thailand.
Yeah, but I think it depends on which direction you're going to. The last time I went to anything in Southeast Asia or Asia, it took 12 hours, but that's because we were going against the planet's rotation. Coming back, now I understand what you're saying. It took hours to get back to LA, just to LA. We didn't even get to
And I'm not even talking about the layovers. I'm not even talking about
no,
the layovers.
no. Just straight to LA was a hardship. That was a hardship. You might as well go in the other direction. Why are they going in that direction? Trying to do trans-Pacific travel. You might as well have flown in the opposite direction. Go towards where the planet is rotating. You'll save fuel. Save
No,
fuel
but
and
like when I
time.
went to Thailand,
Hmm.
last time I stopped in Japan,
Hmm.
and then I flew to Thailand.
Right.
There ain't no direct flight. not on not on not
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
not on the East Coast anyway.
yeah.
Not on
But
the
the
East
flight,
Coast.
but the flight from LA to Japan was fast. The flight from Japan to LA was a nightmare. I mean, it was longer than it needed to be. Really longer than it needed to be. So,
Yeah.
nah. But I will definitely not take any of those flights. Did you hear that they were about to make all flights, transcontinental flights, business class or something like that? They weren't about to, stuff it anymore or whatever. Because some of these planes were becoming like empty for some of the flights.
Oh, I don't know. I don't keep up with these
Mm,
airlines.
yeah,
No,
but
these
shoot,
airlines.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean they change. They make changes so fast. I don't keep up with all this shit.
Right, right.
I know. They starting to put more and more restrictions down. I think.
What are they restricting?
The COVID shit.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
I don't think in Colombia. I think I heard that woman say ain't no restrictions now.
yeah. I heard
I think that's what I
Colombia,
heard. Like I heard this like 2 days ago. Ain't no
Brazil.
restrictions now.
Yep, Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, Philippines. There's no
No,
restriction.
not Brazil. You still gotta have that card.
I know Thailand and Philippines don't. They're absolutely open. There's nothing stopping them right now. Right
I don't know
now.
what the Philippines. Yeah. I don't know what the
But
Philippines.
but to
Yeah, Philippines is wide open.
yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
to
No,
to
Thailand.
Colombia.
You still gotta have that card in Thailand, bro.
Yeah, but you're able to come in with if you got the PCR test and everything done, you can
No,
just go in.
yeah, I don't want to
Yeah,
do. I don't want to do none of that shit.
right. But you only have to be in the hotel, I think, for 2 weeks to a week.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Hell that. Yeah.
but
When I said restrictions down, I mean no card, no PCR test. That's what I mean.
right, right.
Yeah.
Then Philippines
And
is going to be
Colombia is none of that.
yeah. I don't think they really had it before like that. Not as bad. Not as
Hell
bad as
yeah, they
everybody
had
else
that
is
shit.
saying. What, they
You had,
closed up?
you had that. Yeah. At one point, you had to have the your card and take PCR test.
Yeah, but then you had to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks, right? And,
Um.
and a lot of places you
No,
could
no,
barely
they
get
would
in,
turn you. No, they would turn you around
even
if
if
you
you
didn't
had
have
that
it.
stuff done. Oh
If you
no,
didn't
I
have it
mean,
done, if you didn't have it done, they would turn you around.
yeah, but I don't think they had the. If you had everything, that they didn't put you in a hotel for 2 weeks, make you be in a
No, if
hotel
you
for
got
2 weeks.
everything, you good.
Right. Everybody else was forcing you to be in a hotel for 2 weeks before or more.
Yeah.
Everybody. That was the only country that I think that wasn't doing it like that. They were just like, come on in. You got your test. You got your shots. Yeah, come on. I got you.
Yeah. Well, Japan is still like that.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of them are pissed off right now. Young people are pissed off
Why?
because because they're the ones that got the jobs, the businesses that they own, and everything else. And I understood it for a half second, but then I realized why. Because they have a high level of aging population, and they've pretty much got control of everything. So they're really the ones that they're worried about. Because if they get sick, they're afraid of dying, catching COVID or anything. So they've pretty much locked down everything for them, you know. Whereas if it was the younger people, they would have already opened it up. But since the voting block, the heavier part of the voting block is the elderly people, then they can't
The
open
old
it.
people?
Yeah, yeah. They don't want the country open. They just
Yeah,
don't.
the old people, they kind of scary over there.
Yeah, they got control. Imagine that over here.
Yeah, young people in Japan, they don't give a shit.
Hmm.
They don't give a damn.
I
You
mean, they
saying?
can't. They
I
can't.
mean, no, I'm saying no. You got to think. I'm talking about their mentality.
Right. I mean, they surrender. They have no choice at this point because they have no
Well,
rights
that's
compared to the
well,
to
that's
the
another
elderly.
that's a story for another day, right there. You
Right,
know,
right,
but they're just their mentality is like. One girl was like, "Well, if we die, we die."
right, right.
Shit. Yeah,
They want to
right.
get they just want to get it done, get jobs going, get the economy going. People want to come over there, but they can't, you know. So people, some of these young people start leaving.
Japan ain't popping like that no more anyway.
No, no, not at the moment. No,
Nah.
I think people.
I got some friends that's still living over there, but
Yeah,
they told me, man, this shit ain't the same.
yeah, their money's going down too. The value of their money is going straight down.
Well, that shit go up and down like a ping pong ball.
Right.
Last 2016, I went over there. It was yen for dollar equal, damn near.
Damn.
Shit, it used to be where you would
Yeah.
be happy to exchange your dollar for yen, but not the
Right.
last time I went over there.
Mm-mm.
I said, "Oh, never mind." Shit.
I mean, even the euro has parity with the dollar now. Shoot, it's 1 for 1, I think, right now. Right?
The euro? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think you could go just about anywhere with the American dollar right now and be good. But that's weird to me, since it seems like everything is stemming from us, kind of. I'm trying to figure out how that happens.
As far as Japan go,
Hmm. But as far as anywhere, it seems like everything's going below the American dollar. Some of the stuff that's even
they want
above
it.
that was above.
Well, they want it that way.
I'm just trying to figure out how how that's happening.
I mean, how? You know how, man. Cut it out.
I'm guessing America's owned some of those businesses over there and they shutting down.
They own people, like
Hmm.
literally. Well, they got businesses over there. Yeah, that helps too.
Right.
You pay them.
Hmm.
You pay people to do stuff. That's basically. It sounds simple, but it sounds complicated, but it really ain't. You can bribe, but you can bribe a lot of people, especially in other countries.
Right. What was it? Who was it? Oh, that girl that got murdered in Mexico. They were talking about you better bribe the judge. What was it?
In Charlotte, well, it's easy to bribe judges here.
Yeah, but no. She was murdered in Mexico.
Yeah, but where they doing the investigation at?
In Mexico, but Interpol and the FBI have captured one of the people, they're gonna send her back. I think it was a transgender lady, because the person in
Yeah,
the
I
video that
said,
was
yeah,
punching her,
it's
that was
gay
a dude.
man. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw it. I put the video up, but I didn't put the whole video up. But
I I can't. Nah.
yeah, I knew
What?
it was a man.
And I'm like, what possessed you to think you could do this?
It's because in Mexico, first of all, you know, you got to realize in these other countries, they don't like bad press. So
No, they don't.
anything, this is why a lot of people know you can go to other countries and get away with shit like this
Right.
because they don't even want to bury stories like this. They don't be wanting to let the shit out because it's bad for business, bad for tourism.
Right. It's like the thing I was talking about, the production stuff. The Mexico has a whole bunch of stuff they're already working on anyway, like for
Yeah.
BMW, Ford, Volkswagen. Well, that's BMW, but
So, so
they
if
you
so if
messing
they
up their money.
yeah, so if the FBI never said anything about it, you would have never heard anything about it.
Hmm. If Mexico hadn't been pushing it, because
No, if the
also
FBI, no,
the
they won't do shit.
right,
If the
because
FBI never called them out on it, they would never done shit.
those retirees that are down there, they're trying to make sure they're still coming in. They're trying to make sure a whole bunch of money is coming
Yeah.
in.
Plus,
I
man,
think
you
even the what's his names are starting to clean up because themselves, because they
who
know that there's going to be more money coming. There's
who
going to be more money. The gang stuff, because there's going to be more money coming in. There's more money than drugs coming in. You're going to have
man,
more.
them dudes ain't going nowhere.
No, no, I'm not saying they're going anywhere. I'm just saying the game is different. You can't be all up in the streets fighting or
Well,
doing stuff.
nah, they're not. It's not. It's not like that no more.
No, they quieting it down because they got to make that money. They
Yeah,
need that stuff coming on the. They need stuff coming in off the ports and everything. They need that money.
yeah.
That's bigger than drugs.
But they
Forget that.
they were in Cancun, right?
I think. I think.
Cancun, Mexico. Was it Mexico City or Cancun? I've been to both. I've been to both places.
Right.
Yeah, man, them two places is just like living in America, basically. I mean, it is Central America, but when I went to Mexico City, I felt like I was in any major city in America, any big metropolitan city in America, basically.
Right.
And Cancun is kind of like being in Miami. Basically, it's the same setup. They just have more resorts in Cancun. It's the same setup. Even the water looked the same. But
Got yachts to.
it's just hotter over there, and they got it's the same shit. It's expensive over there. That's another thing. And Cancun is expensive, bro.
Oh,
That shit is not
okay.
cheap.
I bet.
Yeah. So, and you see same shit going on. People hustling on the block. The hoes is trying to get it.
Right. Right.
It's the same shit going on, but it ain't no violence. Keep that shit on the low. If you gotta pop somebody,
Mm-hmm.
it's the
Keep it
same
on low.
setup. It's the
Because
same setup.
they trying to get that construction money, trying to get that build a road to nowhere money.
Yeah. Now, if you walk around, because I was there for a week, but if you travel around, walk around like I did, you'd be like, oh, okay, I see how they got it going here, But shit does happen over there,
Right. No, it
and
does.
and you never hear about it,
Right.
you know.
This shit went everywhere.
This is
It sure
why
did.
you shouldn't. If you're a woman, it's really dangerous for a woman to travel by herself in a lot of these countries. But a lot of women are kind of so damn delusional. They think like, oh, I'm protected. I know my rights. What?
Do you? Okay, tell me what your rights are. Rape even. I'm
Nobody
sorry. The R word.
cares. Nobody cares about your rights, madam.
Yeah, the R word isn't even fully investigated over there. I mean, they won't even look into it.
No.
They'll just let that go. You can report it.
You can report it all. I remember one time I my bag got lost when I was when I got to Cancun. My bag got lost. I had to go buy some clothes, and that was a problem too because I'm a big guy.
Right.
You know, so they wasn't selling every places I went. I said, "Man, this shit too small. What the hell am I supposed to do?" And the lady in the airport that that do baggage claim. First off, they didn't really have a baggage claim area. You know, they had a little office where you just go there and sign out a form, and wasn't nobody in there. They had to actually call somebody for me to do a baggage claim for the airlines, American Airlines at the time, right?
Right.
And the girl told me after I was done signing up the form that don't be surprised if you never get your bag back. That's what she said. And I said, hey, I feel you. I respect your honesty, But I already knew that anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I already knew that. But it ended up they sent me a check like 8 months later. They sent me a check. It was so long ago. I forgot where the check came from. Because when the check letter came in the mail, it didn't say American Airlines. It didn't even say that. I just opened the letter, and there was a check in there. I'm like, where the hell this shit came from? That's how long it was. I forgot.
There's some insurance shit or something?
No, I didn't have no insurance.
Oh, wow.
The airline just gave me money for the bag. And I read they put a letter in there and they said, oh, on such and such day you was in Mexico, on your way to Mexico, you got your bag lost. So this check is just to reimburse you of your bag and your things that you had in the bag or whatever, that type of deal. But it took 8 months. I didn't know it was coming. I forgot all about it, bro. I kind of wrote shit off.
Right.
And that's one inconvenient for a lot of us living in North America, because we're we used to things moving fast all the time. In these other countries, things don't move fast like that. Things move slow, especially any type of business. A lot of times you got to bribe these people if you want things to move fast.
Yeah.
That's how it is. I mean, you try to buy a house in Japan, see how long it takes you.
Forever.
Shit.
Forever.
You gotta meet up with the broker 3 or 4 times before y'all even start talking about a house or a property to buy.
Right.
You gotta have dinner twice, or go to the bar. Then
the
third time,
build or buy?
Buy. You got to meet up. The broker wants to get to know you as a person first,
right?
Before you even start talking about any type of business,
right?
that might take 3 or 4 meetups.
Right.
See, we're not used to that living here in North America. We meet the broker. You pick up the phone and call a broker first day.
As long as you have the money.
Yeah. See, they
Start
don't
fixing some things on it.
they don't really care about the money like that. They want to know what type of person you are first.
Mm-hmm. America, the only thing they hold up on is make sure that mold ain't either it's gone or ain't visible. Shoot, because
So
you will get
people,
black mold.
I mean, people don't move fast like that in these other places.
No, because they could get in trouble for putting somebody like that in their neighborhoods anyway.
Huh?
They get in trouble for putting people like that in their neighborhoods anyway. I do believe that.
I guess so. I guess I'm not.
That's why they don't want foreigners in certain buildings because.
Well, yeah, they do that. There's they have unwritten rules.
Right.
Where it's like, hey, there's certain places foreigners not supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wonder where they got that from. Now they had it on their own, but just putting out the right trash in in the right way. That is an issue. They'll make it an issue.
What I've noticed in Japan, they got all the foreigners in the same neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Like for example, let's say you're military.
Mm-hmm.
You live in Yokosuka, which is the base, the Navy base is right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the military, let's say you want to rent, right?
Right.
They're gonna send you to a broker that got all the other Navy personnel renting in the same neighborhood.
Right. Right.
And you're gonna be like, you're not gonna know that until you move there, of course. And you gonna be like, maybe after a month, you be like, God damn, man, what ship you on? Then where you stationed at? You like, I thought I was the only one. Hell, nah, man, it's like 10. I've seen like 10 people since I've been over here. So I said, oh, they've sent all the Navy people over here.
Basically. If you go and rent, make sure, especially if you're married to one of them, make sure you don't go with them. Just don't go with them. If you're married to someone over there, just make sure you don't go with them. Let them go do that themselves. Because they will turn you down in a heartbeat. Oh, you're with an American? No.
Well, no, they got it organized like this.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have somebody on base that they can connect you with if you want to rent.
Right.
That's usually how it goes. So they're not gonna turn you down.
Right.
But they're gonna have a certain area where you can rent. It's because there's certain sellers certain owners, I should say, that'll say, hey, you know what? I'll rent to a Navy or military person. Why not? I know I'm gonna get the money every month, guaranteed. And I know they ain't gonna act a fool. And even if they do act a fool, I report their ass.
Right. Military police will be out there real quick.
Yeah. So there's some owners to be like, hell yeah, I'll rent to them. And then you have, now when it comes to being turned down, that's usually you're not connected.
Right.
You're like outside of the institution. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's the case, well, yeah, you're gonna get turned down. If you're on your own, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna get turned down if you're going at it alone. Oh yeah, guaranteed.
I never understand how these people coming from the U.S. or whatever thinking, oh, I'm just gonna rent a place. No. Even going over to some of these other countries that that some of us want to go. Nope. No. You gotta talk to certain people. You can get an Airbnb someplace for a month or a few weeks. But there's specific people you got to talk to on the ground when you get
Exactly. There's certain
because
people you have to talk to.
you,
But
if you don't, you be paying the same price here. Done.
yeah, you get suckered.
Right.
You pay what they call you
Skin
pay
tax.
the gringo prices.
Yeah. They call it the skin tax because I'm like, oh my God. Well, I'm nope. It
And
doesn't
see,
matter what you look like.
if you
No.
don't know, you don't know. Nobody's gonna tell you shit.
Right. Shoot. Even if you're from that country, if you're like say for instance a Thai person and coming back to the country, you're gonna get got. They're gonna get you. They are gonna get you. They don't care. But if you're from there, all right, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. So you have to go through somebody specific.
Yeah. If
You
you
know.
don't know nobody,
Mhm.
you're gonna get got.
Yep. Shoot.
That's
If you
just how
go
that
through,
is.
but if you go through somebody, you talking about certain places are like $600, and they're nice. I
Yeah.
mean, they're real nice.
That's just how that shit is. So when I hear people talking about if they go someplace else, it's all good. Hell no, it ain't all good.
Mm-mm. Oh,
Shit, you can get
no.
taken advantage of in other places too.
Yep. You just got to know who to talk to and who's going to represent you and who's going to go with you. You just can't walk around in there by yourself. They
Yeah.
don't know you, you're done. You
Yeah.
need a chaperone. That's what it is. You need a chaperone.
Need someone. It pays to have somebody to show you around.
Yep. Oh, I'm just going to walk around here like this. Nah. I mean, like say for instance, no, I can't. It's been too long. I can't. But I can talk to certain people that can help me. But you know how it is over in how they're ramping up stuff over in Thailand and stuff like that. That is becoming a nightmare. At least
Man, they
that's
do
what
that shit everywhere, man. Everywhere I've been.
But somebody said that 22 million people, guys, moved to the Philippines.
22 million people what?
Guys visited the Philippines.
Probably so.
I'm like, you are insane. That number is insane.
I mean, it's always been a tourism country, always. So I'm not surprised. That's one of the biggest. Thailand is kind of like Las Vegas in that part of the world. Yeah, so I'm not surprised at that number.
What's the Las Vegas in South America then?
I don't know.
Because I don't know if it's Colombia or not. Colombia is not. Parts of it can be considered
I don't know.
a problem. But the biggest cesspool is either, what is it? Is it Las Vegas or is it Miami?
Oh no, Vegas, bro.
Vegas?
Hell yeah.
It's the biggest cesspool.
Fuck yeah.
How so?
Shit. Man, that motherfucker so wide open, man.
Anything, huh?
Bro. People will be walking up to you, bro. They're sitting, the flies in the hotel room, everything.
What do you mean?
Whatever you want.
Oh no.
Well, I had people walk up to me in Vegas. Hey, you want some weed? What? What the hell is going on around here? I look like the weed man.
Now that's anywhere in America.
Shit, boy, they don't do that in Miami, bro.
What?
Bro,
weed?
Bro, they don't walk up to you and ask you what you want. You want a woman?
Yeah.
You want weed? Whatever. I can get it. They don't do that in Miami, bro.
Yeah, that's the old people state. This shit
All right, bro. Even Atlanta is worse than Miami when it comes to cesspool.
Yeah.
You got girls that go to Atlanta just to trick off on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's up with Atlanta and women going down there?
I mean, it's just a place to go have a good time and do whatever crazy wild shit you want. Very similar.
I understand why they're going to Jamaica or something like that. You've seen the videos. But what is going on in Atlanta?
It's always been that way, bro. It's been that way since I've heard people talk about Atlanta like that since the 80s. It's just gotten I don't know, worse or not worse. I think it just got more open.
Right.
People have more access. That's what I would say. You know, but it's more people there versus the 80s and 90s, and it's more foreigners there too. That's another thing we don't like to talk about that.
Oh,
we don't like to talk about that dynamic.
Okay, I see what's going on.
Yeah, we assume when we start talking about Atlanta, we think the majority of people are, or the majority of people there are black people, or if there is a lot of black people there, we just assume they're not foreigners, and that's the mistake. That's a mistake a lot of us make. Most black people I met down there, they're foreigners, bro. Over 90%. Over 90%.
Now you're about to get me to look at the stats, man.
No, you can't look at them stats. They manipulate the stats. You have to really live there to know what's really going on in Atlanta. They can manipulate the stats. They do that all the time.
Well, how many you think? Just a guesstimate. If you eyeball it.
How many what?
I mean, like, is it 2-to-1? Is it 3-to-1?
Talking about the man and woman ratio?
No, the foreigners to African Americans down there.
Shit, bro, I've been down there 10 years. I probably met less. I met less than 10 black people that were from there.
Wow.
Everybody else is from some other country, or it's rare that I meet somebody that's from another state as a black person. It's like I work with a bunch. When I was at UPS. All the black people foreigners. Only one black person in there besides me that's from here. And the rest of the people, the white people, they foreigners, they're foreigners anyway. Majority of them.
Right.
And they got the all the white people that's from there, they're security. Or they veterans, they've been there for a long time. Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how the
I
whole
would
place.
never thought that.
People, but you don't know that because you don't live there. If you visit there, you just see it. And plus, it ain't a lot of black people there the way it used to be. They're getting pushed out.
Right.
They're pushing them out way out on the south side.
That's kind of what's happened in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's gotten to be so expensive for a lot of people. They can't afford to live near the city.
I mean, you could have your own place paid for and everything, and they're trying to tax you up.
Yeah. I mean, look, you got the black people, man. Majority of black people stay way up 75 on the south side, like over an hour hour and a half away from the
Right,
city.
right, right.
They'll work.
Like,
They might work downtown, but it might take them 2 hours to get to work.
let me give you the game that Baltimore is playing, and let's be public about this. Let me throw this up there. Okay, this is the game they're playing. Baltimore City owns the water. There are water companies. They're literally trying to say, and it's funny, they try to hit black properties. They're trying to say that people have been running their water and have used like hundreds, even thousands of dollars of water on their property. Here's the thing: most of these people have shut off their water to their main. They don't even live there. They just got their parents' house. They haven't lived there in so long. They're clearing to gut it or whatnot. They've been paying the taxes and everything, so it's not like they haven't been paying their taxes or whatever. And they'll play that game too because they'll try to say you haven't been paying your taxes, know where you live, but sending mail to the resident rather than send it to the mail of the person who's supposed to pay the taxes. Um, but they'll say that, you know, trying to say the water is leaking or you use a lot of water. And I'll give you an example. They tried to do that shit with us and trying to say that we owe them $400 or $500. And I said, number one, we in Baltimore County we pay less than Baltimore City because they had a contract from over 100 years ago. They stupidly signed. Um, basically, they tried to say we owed them $400 to $800, and that they're trying to say that either water was leaking on their property, but your meter is going off. I said, first of all, if our meter is going off, that means water isn't leaking in our house. It's water leaking outside of it. So you're full of shit, number one. And then number two, you're saying it's coming off our meter. Well, okay, fine. What was the numbers before and what is it now? You know, and what was it before where we so-called had it right? And they get all quiet. And I was like, I'll wait. And I was like, I'll get a lawyer on this. They quickly removed that. But everybody else, all these people that can't fight or just give up,
Yeah, that's
they're
the
trying to
thing.
they're trying to get their properties. And now downtown, they've been making all these sorts of things. And I'm gonna tell you right now, these people get together, and if you hear me, get together and do a class action lawsuit. I bet you can get money from Baltimore City because they have been
Yeah.
playing
The
games
problem,
hard.
well, you hit it on the head. A lot of people can't afford attorneys.
Yeah,
This type of shit is happening all over the country, by the way.
yeah.
You have
Um,
investors come in, start buying up property and shit, and they
mhm,
trying to get the old people up out of there. So what they'll
mhm.
do is, I forgot what they call the tactic, where they'll go back maybe 2 to 3 years and try to say, hey, this is the new rate. This is the new tax rate now. You have to pay
Right,
this or
right.
whatever. So the shit will be outrageous. Shit might be like $3, $4, $5,000, some crazy shit like that. And they'll be like,
Well,
hey, I can't pay this shit. So, but a lot of people can't afford to get attorneys.
well, and that's what Maryland did. Um, they saw California, what was happening with the homeless and everything. Maryland did this thing where they can't, if it gets over a certain rate, then it has to be, they'll help you. It's a homestead tax credit, basically.
No,
Um, I know who created it
they're doing that.
personally.
That shit is happening here too, where I'm at.
Yeah, yeah. They're they're one of the people that started it. If California had done that, people wouldn't have lost their homes. There wouldn't be a whole bunch of people in the streets. But yeah, they got runaway tax issues over there. But seeing that, Maryland stopped that
Well,
shit.
California, they're wide open.
They are way wide open.
So, that's
They should have
it's so
controlled that
it's
shit.
so it's so corrupt over there. It depends on who they be paying the motherfuckers off.
Right.
Shit, that's
And
how they
then,
get away with a lot of that shit over there.
but New York's got a property issue, don't they? A rental, or whatever property issue.
New York, See,
Well,
that's
I
one of them.
mean,
That's one of them damn Democrat-run states. Well, at least the New York City area is anyway.
they're
Them
about to.
areas is mostly corrupt as hell. Think about this for a second. If
Mhm.
you look at any Democratic-run city or town, I mean, these towns are toe up to the floor.
Mm.
God damn. I mean, where I'm at, it's kind of 50-50 split.
Mm.
The Republicans and Democrats go back and forth fighting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But let's look at the Atlanta area,
Mhm.
Savannah, Macon, Miami,
Mhm.
New York City. I can go on and on. These towns is toe up to the floor. God
Mhm.
damn. I mean, it's so corrupt. It's like, God. But the rest of the states, let's take Georgia, for example.
Mhm.
Georgia is mostly a red state.
Right. Right.
And it ain't no static, you don't hear shit.
Right.
South Carolina, same thing.
Mhm.
Except for maybe Columbia.
Mhm.
You know.
And North Carolina.
North Carolina, like I said, Charlotte is, it's 50-50. And
Right.
Raleigh is I think Raleigh's a red city.
Mhm.
And I think a set of a town. Winston-Salem, that's Democratic run city.
Right.
But the rest of the state is red.
Right.
But you don't hear any static or any drama they got going on.
Right.
I'm interested to see how a city would be run if it was red. It can't get no worse. Can it get any worse, man?
I think Baltimore was at one point. I think it was about 20 years ago. No, maybe 30. 30. I
Boy,
think it
I
was
tell
30.
you, boy, it can't get no worse. The way they be running things in these cities that's Democratic run. My
Mhm.
God.
But New York's empty right now, isn't it?
Huh?
Certain parts. Certain parts of New York are empty, right?
I don't know.
Because they've been showing that there's whole blocks, just boarded up.
Well,
It was expensive to live there.
I mean, it's always been like that, though. You talking
But
like
then
abandoned buildings and stuff like that?
I mean, like in nice areas, it's blocked up.
Oh, I
It's
don't
boarded
know.
up. But how do I put this? When everybody started working from home, I mean, you could move to Montana and be fine.
Oh, you talking about business buildings or places to live?
I think business buildings and places to live.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of places like that.
It's just
Yeah.
shutting down.
Yeah. They don't. A lot of companies they figured out that they don't need
A
to
building.
rent out a building.
No, I've always said that. I was like, are you insane? I would never rent a building for something that I can have you do at home. You already have to have, what is it called, a bond or something like that for your business. It's kind of insurance. Then you have to have regular insurance, and what else
Well,
was it? And then you have to have a thing with the make sure everything. If you're renting from a place, whatever they have is right, and for your business, and that you can run it
it
there.
takes a lot of money to have one of them big businesses like that.
Right. Even a
Sure,
small business.
even a
I'm just
small
like,
one.
it's insane.
Yeah.
But I would know. And in New York, listen,
Well, first of all,
you could be making $100,000, $200,000 a year and be considered, you know, barely middle class up there. I was like, are you insane? That can't be possible.
and
And they
plus
were, yeah,
the
go ahead.
whole working at a company thing. Most of these people don't do shit anyway on these jobs.
Right.
They be bullshitting. At an 8-hour day, they probably work 2 hours.
Right.
You know, so you basically, that's why it takes so many people to get shit done on these jobs. Most people ain't doing shit.
Right.
You got some people feel entitled, like they ain't supposed to be doing that and all this nonsense. And then you got some people that just in the way. They should have never got hired in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's just a waste of time, having most of these people around. So I guess some smart person was like, shit, we might as well let half of these people go and let the rest of them work from home. And eventually they don't need no benefits if they're gonna work from home.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the
And you
hell we
can
gonna
get the
have?
benefits
What
from
the hell
wherever
we
you
gonna have
are.
them around? What the hell we gonna have them around for? Most of they smoke cigarettes and take hella breaks and talk on
Yeah.
on the cell phone.
Yep. And then what else is it? The company, of course, still has their company's headquarters and stuff like Delaware.
Yeah,
So
I mean at the
yeah.
headquarters, they actually have to do some work in there.
Uh-huh.
But
Excuse me.
these other branches, they don't do shit.
Right.
And even the headquarters, they can hire 10 people.
Hmm.
It's still cheaper than hire a full-time person.
Yep. And once again, they're from home. They're doing it from home.
Yeah.
And that person doesn't need to go out the door. So you ain't
Nope.
gotta worry about them on their drive time getting to you.
Nope.
And then they can, it's not a problem because they can
Nope.
start working for another company.
Nope.
Get a 2-hour break.
Take
Sit
all the
there.
breaks. Take all the
Hmm.
breaks and smoke all the cigarettes you want.
Hmm. Or take an hour off to deal with the kids, going to school,
Yep.
feed yourself, feed whatever, and get back to another job, get to work.
Talk on the phone, dick
Hmm.
around as much as you want.
Yep.
As long as you get the job done.
But right there is what I'm telling you. That's what they're trying to do overseas.
Well, if they don't
That's
get
what
the
they're trying
job
to do.
done, get rid of them.
Exactly. Exactly. Because if you pay attention, they've been making the internet speeds faster. They're trying to get them even faster right now. So, yeah, even the ones that seem like they're backwards, nope. We're fixing this shit up. You come over here now. Give us your money.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. And I
And a lot of
think
people,
Columbia's starting to do it.
huh?
I think Columbia's starting to do that. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. You
They
mean the
need to
country
start on that.
Columbia?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
They need to start doing that.
I don't know. I don't know much about Columbia. I don't really. You know.
Other than Africa here.
Huh?
Other than Afro Kajira or whatever her name is.
I don't know
Uh,
much. I know. I mean, I met. I met some Colombian girls in the past, but I don't know much about the country itself.
yeah. But you do remember that light skinned chick that's got her own channel, right?
Yeah, but I haven't watched her channel in a while.
Wow, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's funny. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
On a everyday trip type of thing. Um, but
All
yeah.
I know about Colombia, man, is that's where a lot of the drugs come from,
Hmm.
and that's where a lot of black people at,
Hmm.
and that's about it, brother. That's all I know about Colombia. I know they got a large population of black people there that ended up
Hmm.
there in the past,
Hmm.
and if you don't go there, you never see them.
Right.
You know?
I think the only thing that would slow, but it would slow up because of the electricity thing, but they've got access to oil and stuff like that, so they'd be making a good power generation thing there. Brazil has good power, I think, still. I think they got nuclear power there.
I think a lot of these countries they be trying to rely on that grid like they do in Texas.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem with that shit. You know. Now I don't know which is better. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, the grid is better than I don't know. You know. But seem like they be having some problems in Texas though.
But here's the thing. How old are all these systems for both sides?
They old. They don't
They're older than us.
Exactly.
Some of these things are as old as your grandparents.
They don't
We're
upkeep.
talking about 1930s.
Yep.
And I mean, I encourage people to take a binocular or a TV, or I mean, not TV, a cell phone or whatnot, and just get a picture of what you're looking at, and then go out, go on the internet, or go look on these old pages and look at what equipment was supposed to be there, and you'll look at it and nothing has changed, absolutely nothing, and it is insane how this country is functioning.
Have a good storm come through, it's shit up, boy.
Nah, let me do you one worse. If any of these solar flares hit us, it won't matter about hitting us directly or anything like that. If it gets a pulse, enough electric pulse through it, it'll knock out everything. We'll be knocked into the Stone Age. We won't have anything. We'll shut down hospitals, factories, anything, everywhere. You're done. You're done. We don't have anything to start this back up with.
I'm glad I don't live in them areas.
No. Y'all don't have it either. Let's put it this way. If you haven't heard anything saying that it's been EMP protected outside of that, nope. If the home wasn't like, electromagnetic pulse, type of protection from being just being protected, your home is going to go up in flames. Like New York, done. I went Baltimore before would have gone up in flames, and now they got so much reconstruction stuff. It's fine. But anywhere else, you got old telephone lines in your house, it's going to go up in flames. Everything. It was made between, like, I'd say 2010 maybe and back. I think they started doing it after 2010. It's going to go up in flames. That house is going to go up in flames. Done. And I still don't think some of the stuff they have is safe. Not safe enough. So.
Nah, it's not going to be like that. But you know what? Where I'm at, actually the power don't go out that often. They're pretty
let me give you an example. Back in the 1800s, when they had telegraphs and stuff like that, they
1800s.
They had one of these instances where it happened, and luckily we didn't have any modern stuff other than that. It was causing fires. You turn off all the equipment for telegraphs, and you could still send a telegraph. It was just on. All of it was on. There was nothing you could do, and it started fires even back then. And I'm like,
yeah, I believe it. But check this out. Check it out. When the power go out, I got something for that. I bought me a damn solar generator.
Mm-hmm.
And the panel.
You'll be the most popular man in the neighborhood.
You goddamn right. If the power go out in here, I got something for that ass. I can plug everything up in this motherfucker.
But like, I always
everything. The refrigerator, the internet, the modem, the computer, the TV, the lamp, I plug everything in this motherfucker. I got something for that ass. I said that because you know this in the past. This shit. You shit used to go out a lot when I was in Georgia, and I got tired of that shit. So I was like, okay, I got something for this shit. I ain't going through this again.
If you could have some coating that could protect that on your house, everybody be like, "Can I come over?" No.
That's, you didn't because you know one time my power went out and it was you know you ain't even got to be cold outside. But if the power stays out too long inside your house, it's gonna be cold.
Right.
And imagine being cold outside for like the power out, the whole it went out like doing that day and came on the next day, and this is like it's 30-something degrees outside. I'm like, oh hell no.
It'll be colder in your house than it is outside.
I ain't going through this again. No. I got something for this.
We've had it up here. We've had it up here. It's one of the negative things about having a electric heated house or having electric stoves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People want gas stoves because all you have to do is put water in a pot on a stove, and you can have heat or some form of heat, hit your house. But without that,
turn the oven on like you do like old school.
Yeah, just like that.
But if you got totally electric, oh, you shit up, boy.
Yeah.
Unless you got a generator.
Well, we got the boiler for downstairs in the basement for water, but nothing like that. I like that.
And now, when they came out with them solar generators, I said, oh man, this is my time. Because the regular generators, they make too much noise.
But you better put that somewhere on a roof or somewhere, because if somebody spots that shit, you got lights on it, you better turn the lights off in your house at night.
No, nobody coming in here on me, brother. No. I'm not. I don't know anybody around here. No. I ain't cool with no neighbors. Nah.
Women you never thought you'd be coming over here.
Nah.
Like, how you doing, Sharp?
Keep them white women away. Hell no. Take your ass downstairs, Becky. Shit.
All of them. You have harem over your house. Oh boy.
Keep your ass away.
Women be inviting other women over there.
Shit.
I got a great man over here.
Nah.
Oh, be showing their friends over. I like him too.
Well, hello. Oh, who the hell are you? I've seen you for the last 6 months. You ain't never said nothing. No, hell no. It's too late now. You want to speak when you need something. Oh, no, I don't play that.
Shoot. Now a whole bunch of people on here thinking, I need to put this on my house. Yeah. It sounded great to get that.
Hell. I was like, hell, if I paid for mine, you got to pay too, goddamn it. No.
Well, we'd like to use the telephone services.
Shit. And that's another thing. One thing, a cell phone never went out though. A cell phone never went out.
No.
I just couldn't charge, the phone or whatever, But yeah, that's usually what happens, man. When the power go out, bro, it's like blackout city, man.
How you gonna start your car?
Huh?
How you gonna start your car?
No, I didn't, man. It was so cold outside. I ain't going out there. I'm like, heck. I heard one guy said he was in his car because it's warm in his car than inside where he lived at. I said, I hear you, bro. But I told him I'd rather, you better off going to your cousin's house, your cousin's house, or go to a hotel if you're gonna do that,
Right.
But I don't know. But like I said, I've been through this shit quite a few times. I was like, oh no, I'm too old for this shit.
Exactly.
I ain't fuck that, I had to break bread. I paid, it's only the generator was only $500. The generator and the panel only $500. It was really a steal. Really, if you look at the prices on Amazon of generators and panels, that shit's expensive, bro. So I kind of got a steal deal.
You're about to get me to look at it.
Yeah, you gotta there's a website for patriots.com. Yeah, I think that's the name of it, man. Yeah, it's a dude that used to be he used to be a sniper. Not a sniper, Navy SEAL.
Right.
Yeah, he's been selling stuff like this for like, I don't know, a couple years now.
He's a prepper, huh?
Yeah, he sell a lot of survival stuff like knives and weapons and like food, like emergency food, shit like that.
Right.
And generators and that type of stuff.
When that electric grid goes down.
Yeah, that shit go down,
People be hunting for you. The light's still on over there. He's got solar panels on his roof.
And you know what? I would not open the door. Somebody knock on the door.
Oh, knock.
Hell no.
They'll be kicking in your door. How you doing? This place is warm. You got air conditioning.
I'll put the damn panels on the damn on the balcony. Shit.
The lights are on. Shoot.
You goddamn right.
Oh, you got gas in here. Yeah. You got food in here. Oh, look. Shoot. You hunt too? Yes. Yeah. Fresh food. Fresh meat.
I'm telling you, boy.
I'm gonna hang out with you.
The way things is going now, man, in this country, man, you got to try to be prepared for damn near anything as much as possible. I'm telling you.
The communications facilities, like those brick buildings by certain telecommunications companies, they all inside they're all shielded. In fact, there's one in Baltimore that it can take a nuclear hit. They already said that. It'll take a hit. It'll still keep standing. The city will be gone, but that building will still be standing.
Oh, okay.
So that they can have that ready to roll. They'll put up communication stuff on it up at the top. Any stuff at the top will be destroyed, any antennas, but they'll have something on that quick, fast, and hurry. There's bunker places around there. They'll get it in. They'll be back online.
Well, that's cool.
So
hopefully they keep it together so it won't get to that point.
Yeah. Especially with a certain somebody saying start sending out nukes. Shoot.
Oh no.
Well, you start talking nukes. What you talking about? You okay over there, buddy?
Nah, I don't know. I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. I don't even be thinking about that shit. They gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right.
Well, all right, bro. I'm about to get off this piece.
All right. I'll talk to you later. You've been on for 3 hours, haven't you?
Almost 2.5. Yeah. Peace.
All right.
There you have it. Another episode. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. And I'm going to have a new episode of the Love Can't Wait podcast uploaded tomorrow. So, until next time, I'm out. Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the sky and that I like. And I'm like,
Hair from Cali, I live in the valley, then you look sexy. Alright, alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight, but then